So this is a conversation that some people may just come out and say no to right away. It'll never happen. And I want people to have kind of an understanding of where we're at in crypto. And the question is, can Cardano actually grow larger than BTC? Can ADA overtake BTC in terms of market cap as well? So this is something that Charles Hoskinson discussed recently in a video, and he laid out his vision for why Cardano could actually eventually surpass Bitcoin. He attributes this potential to Cardano's flexibility, decentralization, and effective governance, comparing its adaptability to the rigidity of companies like BlackBerry, which failed to evolve and eventually became obsolete. And what he's talking about is Bitcoin there. So people need to understand how early we still are in crypto. Yes, crypto's been around now for 15, 16 years, but we're still only at a time where 5-6% of the world is in crypto, where we're just starting to see, spot ETF products, institutional money flowing in. We're just starting to see enterprise adoption. So we don't know what the crypto landscape, frankly, is going to look like in the next 5 to 10 years, 15 to 20 years, right? Things are going to be drastically different because as these bigger entities get in, obviously institutional money is really getting in for prices, right? They're getting in for assets themselves, but we know that enterprises are getting in for the tech. They're getting in to utilize the blockchain tech. And what people seem to forget is that Bitcoin in its current state is not usable. If a business wants to use blockchain tech for their business, Bitcoin is not a solution for that. It's old, it's slow, it's archaic. And that's not to say that Bitcoin isn't a good investment or anything like that. We know Bitcoin is the largest in terms of market cap and probably will be for a while. But when enterprise really begins to get into the blockchain space and you start to see more of this actual utilization of crypto, Bitcoin ain't going to be it. I think we're going to enter a time where you start to see a lot of assets close the gap when it comes to BTC. And a big indication of this, guys, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Look at how much dispersal of capital there has actually been in the space now. Bitcoin dominance is dropping from cycle to cycle to cycle. And people seem to forget that, right? Right now we're at about, I think, 56% in terms of Bitcoin dominance. We fell from like 60 some percent last cycle, 70% the prior one. It's going down. And it's going to continue to go down. That's not going to change, especially as there is emergence of bigger tech. Now, why Cardano might be one that does in fact overtake BTC over time is the way that the blockchain is laid out. All right. You can't sleep on how big adoption is. And when we look at what's happening with Cardano right now, we're seeing enterprise adoption. We're seeing government adoption. The things that actually promote use and growth and turn you into a worldwide dominant player are the things that we're seeing take place with Cardano. Now, it hasn't really reflected in price yet, right? That's the big thing people are going to want to say, right? Oh, price. But it takes a while for you to get ingrained in society, okay? The adoption is beginning to take place. It doesn't always lead to an immediate impact in price, but over time, you can become so big and have so much staying power that the natural route is growth. All right. That is what we're seeing with Cardano right now. We're kind of in this. This is why I always want to say, look at Cardano like a brand new blockchain. Yes, ADA has been around for a long time, but again, we didn't even have real functionality until the height of the last bull market cycle. And then we got into time where frankly, DeFi adoption doesn't happen, where there's not much happening in the sense of people actually, building new stuff with, I don't want to say not building stuff with blockchain tech because they are, but you're not seeing new users flow in to facilitate growth. It's mostly just the same people just kind of bouncing around the space, right? So my point is don't sleep on the fact that Bitcoin will likely be passed at some point. There will likely be many of these blockchains that really, wow, I said that weird, really make pushes towards the top that really contend what BTC is currently offering, all right? The big thing that BTC has going for it is it's the largest, and it's got scarcity. Many of these other tokens have larger supply or have teams or things like that. Well, Cardano's and ADA is decentralized, right? It's got a finite supply. It's very, very low inflation. I mean, there's a lot of benefits that work in its favor when we have these types of discussions. So don't knock it till you hear the whole conversation. That's the biggest thing. we're going to get a very good idea of what this whole path is going to look like probably in the next 2 years or so, when we're getting top of the market cycle and we start to see the retracements and things like that. We'll see what tech is getting adopted. We'll see who's utilizing what blockchain. But don't sleep on the movement that's happening, guys. BTC is likely to get passed at some point. So I appreciate you as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know if you think Cardano can make enough of a push to rival what BTC has done. So have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.